It is July the 16th of 2024, and cousin Jim is going to get the Model A. Probably mostly speaking to you right now, Jim, but in a couple of weeks I know you're going to be up to get it, and I'm just getting ready to put it away into the shop. But I thought I'd do just a couple of little things about starting it and running it that you may not know and might come in handy sometime. Number one is there is a fuel shut off that we turn off every time it's going to be left not running for a while. So you see the fuel shut off handle there, and I always couldn't remember, so I just penciled onto the firewall there with a felt pen the direction that the lever has got to be in. Obviously I just turned it on just now, getting ready to start this thing and put it in the shop. So anyway, there's the fuel shut off. That's a fairly critical component. And the battery location, if you're not familiar with these, and it's kind of a pain to get to, but is underneath the floor mats here on the driver's side. Pull that back. And there's a little handhold there. You can just get down to the terminals, but to get it further than that out, need to take this floor mat pretty much all the way out, lift up the floorboard to get the battery out. It's a 6-volt battery, and another oddity of these old rigs is it's a positive ground. I don't know, I've never experienced anything other kind of rig that was that way, but positive side of the battery goes to ground. If you should need to jump start it, just a little tab that Dad added on here onto the top side of the starter, so you can hook the negative side of a jumper cable or battery charger just onto that tab, and the positive to a head bolt, so you can charge or recharge the battery or jump start it, either one, without pulling up that floorboard and all that. This makes it a lot easier. I think I mentioned to you that before the memorial service, when we went to drive it, we found that it had a cracked head, and so Jim Raleigh and I put this other head on it, which is all fine. Kind of the root cause of the head being broken is that the radiator has a very small leak in it, and you can just kind of see it here right now. If it's been run a while, you kind of see it, so it loses a little bit of water. There's such a low pressure system that it doesn't really lose much, but it had lost enough times, been refilled with water, so it ended up without enough antifreeze in it, and I think that's how the head ended up getting broke. The easy thing to do in the winter, and when Dad was still on his game, there's a petcock right down here on the bottom of that radiator hose, and it's real easy. Just flip that the other way, and it really thoroughly drains the engine block and head of all the water. And he used to try to do that, in October or something while it was sitting in the shop, but just so it'd sit over winter without any water in it and no risk of anything getting broken. But kind of as he was failing, and I didn't keep up with it, and that's how we ended up with the broken head. Other than that, and I'm sure online there is a boatload of information about the the tune-up and the carburetor and all of that stuff. I always thought those spark plug wires were kind of amazing little copper strips of metal that run off that distributor cap to the spark plugs. But anyway, one other little thing, I guess, and again you'll kind of learn, is on the steering wheel. Those aren't turn signals. There are no turn signals, but one side is throttle, and the other side is a spark advance. There's no automatic, centrifugal or vacuum spark advance on the distributor. so you can advance or retard the timing to get it started. It starts so easy, I don't generally ever mess with that. Sometimes the other one, the throttle, immediately upon starting it up, I'll run the throttle up a little bit to run the idle up to let it warm up a little bit. But it's hot enough out here today, I'm sure it's not going to be any problem. But those are kind of the primary things that I know, and things you might need to know kind of right out of the gate. And again, I'm sure you're going to find that everything else you might need to know is all available online. So hope this helps a little bit. Just a couple more thoughts as I jump in this thing to start it that I probably should have mentioned. So over here, wherever it is there, that is the choke, and you can turn it to adjust the richness of the carburetor. Again, seldom do I ever need to adjust the carburetor from there, but it is possible. You can richen or lean out the carburetor from there. The other thing is that, where is it here? The ignition switch is only an on-off switch, and maybe you're familiar, but this button way up here is the starter. Guess I don't have it in neutral, but anyway, that's how you start it.